3 recommendations from a neurosurgeon to keep your brain working like it did when you were 20. In our daily lives, we sometimes find ourselves in situations where we see someone we know on the street, yet we cannot remember their name. It feels like the name is on the tip of our tongue, but no matter how hard we try, we can't say it. Some people react by saying, "Old age is no joy." However, scientists have shown that aging is not really the main reason for such forgetfulness. Instead, it often comes from being too lazy to make our brains work. There is a book called Neurofitness, also known as A Brain for a Productive Life, by American neurosurgeon Rahul Jandial. Right now, he is considered one of the most respected experts, not just in brain surgery, but also in rehabilitation methods that help people recover after injuries. He helps patients return to a normal life after Alzheimer's disease and strokes, no matter how old they are. The main idea of his book is this: the brain can be rebuilt and can be made to work again because it is easy to train. All problems come from the fact that most people do not want to do the learning and exercises needed to keep their brains in good shape. We cannot simply blame old age, forgetfulness, or other challenges. The book contains many detailed explanations and examples that follow specific guidelines. According to Rahul Jandial, these tips are very simple but surprisingly effective. Square breathing. This method is sometimes called rhythmic breathing or mindful breathing. It was not invented by Rahul Jandial. In fact, it is more than 2,500 years old. Buddhist monks and yogis have used it for centuries to improve how the brain functions. Dr. Jandial himself joined a study that proved there is a real connection between this breathing technique and better brain performance. Here is what square breathing does. 1. Improves the amygdala's function. The amygdala helps the body react correctly to different emotions, which helps a person handle stress better. Stress is believed to be the main cause of fast and early aging. 2. Helps the cortex of the brain. Rhythmic breathing helps new nerve fibers grow in the cortex, the outer layer of the brain. It also regulates heart rate, speeds up the recovery of normal blood pressure, helps people concentrate, and prevents emotional outbursts. This leads to faster thinking and makes it easier to find the best solutions. 3. Protects neurons and keeps cognitive functions stable. It helps brain cells, neurons, and their connections work correctly, making memory, attention, and speech stronger. These functions might otherwise be harmed by dementia, which is the main illness linked to old age. 4. Boosts mental activity and improves the nervous system. It enhances cooperation between different parts of the brain while calming the nervous system. It also makes intuition sharper. This sixth sense can help stop panic attacks and improve how the brain reads signals from various organs. Although square breathing may sound complicated, it is actually very simple. You just need to put your phone away for 5 to 10 minutes and find a quiet, private place. Then, step number 1, get into a comfortable position, relax, and try to clear your mind. 2. Focus on your breathing. Breathe in deeply through your nose for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out through your nose for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause again for 1, 2, 3, 4 before your next inhale. That is all you have to do. It might be tough to stop your thoughts even for 5 minutes, but Dr. Jandial says this simple technique has helped many people avoid becoming his patients. Skip breakfast twice a week. In this part of his work, Dr. Jandial used findings from his colleagues and neuroscientists at Johns Hopkins University. For example, Mark Mattson claims that intermittent fasting helps rejuvenate the body and triggers processes that counteract aging. This rest period forces the body's organs to wake up, and the brain sends positive signals to them. Not having breakfast can lower blood sugar levels. It also improves control over blood pressure and enhances all metabolic processes. Dr. Jandial agrees with this approach and tested it on himself. He made it a bit more complex by using a 16-hour fasting method. He finishes his evening meal no later than 5 p.m. and does not eat any solid food until the next day, drinking only water or tea. He believes this style of fasting helps him focus and makes it easier for him to perform long surgeries, keeping his mind clear and his coordination precise. If that seems too hard, start by skipping breakfast twice a week with a 3-day gap between those days. These fasting sessions are usually enough to slow or stop dementia and other memory-related diseases. Spend more time standing. Most people spend the largest part of their day sitting. Add to that a standard 8-hour sleep schedule, and you realize we spend very little time standing upright. However, the brain develops best in a vertical, standing position. When we stand or walk, our bodies produce more of the protein called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. It is important to remember this and try standing or moving around more often. It can extend your brain's lifespan, improve its functions, and make you feel better in general. Lao Tzu's exercises for better brain function and general well-being. In modern China, which has a huge population, very few names are surrounded by as many legends and mysteries as Lao Tzu. People say he was the founder of Taoism and a famous philosopher. Temples are still built in his honor. Besides that, not much is known about him, except that he wrote a book called Tao Te, often translated as The Way and Its Power, about a person's journey in life. It is unlikely he had any other hidden or mystical meaning in the text, although people have interpreted it in many ways. Some say Lao Tzu also created certain mind exercises. They believe he did this to keep his own mind clear for as many years as possible. These exercises are also good for a person's overall health because they focus on biologically active points on the body's surface, each linked to specific internal organs. Doing these exercises takes no more than 5 minutes, but the positive effects can last for the entire day. Below are the specific exercises, often called a method to improve memory by Lao Tzu. Each point has its own name. Point number 1, Yin Tang. The first exercise targets a spot called Yin Tang, located slightly above the bridge of the nose between the eyebrows. You touch this point with the tip of your index finger and massage it slowly in a circular motion, moving clockwise. Point number 2, around the eyes. The second exercise involves point-based massage around the eyes. You start at the inner part of the eyebrows and use your fingertips to move in circles around the eye sockets, applying the same gentle pressure on both sides, completing about 16 circles. Point number 3, Chang, near the corners of the mouth. For the third exercise, you address 2 points near the corners of your mouth, about 1 centimeter away from each corner. With your mouth slightly open, you gently press both points at the same time, repeating this slow pressure about 16 times. Point number 4, Sibai, under the eyes. During the fourth exercise, you close your eyes and find the Sibai points just under the pupils, near the lower edge of the eye sockets. You press these spots lightly with the pads of your index fingers, repeating the motion about 16 times. Points on the nose and neck. In the fifth exercise, you work on both the nose and the neck. Using your index fingers, you massage the sides of your nose from top to bottom, making sure to do both sides at once. After finishing the nose, you move to your neck and softly rub it with your palms from the top down, again doing this around 16 times. Cat washing. The sixth exercise is called cat washing. Here, you pretend your palms are like a cat's paws and move them over your face from top to bottom, as though you were wiping away water or dust. Hair combing. The seventh exercise is sometimes referred to as hair combing, but it's really a gentle scalp massage. You treat your fingers like a comb and slide them from the forehead toward the back of your head, shifting the scalp slightly as you go. The key is to do this gently rather than forcefully, and you finish by combing your hair with your fingers instead of a real comb. Finally, the eighth exercise is called tapping on the heavenly drum. You seal your ears with your palms, making sure they are completely covered, and then tap the area at the base of your skull, often called the point of spirit. After a few taps, keep your palms in place briefly, then remove them from your ears as if breaking a seal, and place them back again. You repeat this up to 5 times to complete the full effect. Practitioners say this last exercise not only helps awaken the body, but also clears the mind and improves one's outlook. Taken together, all 8 exercises form a simple routine that typically requires just minutes to perform, yet can provide results that far exceed the small amount of time spent. These techniques, whether they come from a modern neurosurgeon like Dr. Rahul Jandial or from ancient exercises said to be created by Lao Tzu, show that the brain can be trained and kept in good shape throughout life. With consistent practice, you can reduce forgetfulness, handle stress better, support healthy aging, and maintain clear thinking. What do you think of these tips, and do you find them helpful? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you never miss new insights. Wishing everyone well-being and happiness.